Okay? I'm ready. Hey everybody, it's Kevin Ward and welcome to today's live training on how to 10x your business in 12 months. Thank you for your patience. I realize it is 12 and 52 seconds when we started the live stream due to some technical difficulties. We're having to those of you that are how's that? Is that better? There's so many different pieces of machinery going on here. It's like crazy, and you have to turn the audio off on everything. And on my computer that's sitting right here, you guys can't see it. My computer's sitting here so that I can see the keynote. So here's what we're going to talk about today. And I want to congratulate you on being here. And when I talk about how to 12x your business in 12 months, what you're going to hear from me over the next 90 minutes is absolutely zero BS. So this is not something like some magic bullet, like some secret thing that's never been heard of before, never been done before. This is the best model that I have ever seen in the real estate industry on how to build a 7-figure income in 24 to 36 months without spending all your money on marketing, without spending all of your money on overhead. Whether you are a lean, mean, and profitable machine, and you're not doing cold calling, you're not having to do all that kind of stuff. You're building a business on a proven model that I'm going to be laying out for you called the real estate Vortex. Now, I want you to think about for a minute. If 24 to 36 months from now, you could add 100 or more deals a year to your business while having more time off with spending less than 5% of your money on marketing, highly profitable, would that change your life? And if that would change your life, then I'm going to ask you to do something that is very, very difficult in 2017, and that is I'm going to ask you for 90 minutes to turn off and get rid of all the distractions. Shut all the other browsers off in your computer, turn your phone on Do Not Disturb, and find a spot wherever you are. Find a spot, get a pen, get a notebook or a piece of paper, and take notes for the next 90 minutes. We're going to move at lightning speed, but I'm going to lay out for you exactly how you can build a 7-figure income in 12 to 24 to 36 months, depending on where you're starting from, and do it without any BS and do it in a highly profitable way. Now, when I started real estate, like all of us, I made a lot of mistakes. And most of my mistakes were because I was trying to figure it out on my own. I just, like we got our license and we think, okay, I got this. And we take some training, or we go through some training, we go to some classes, we watch some CDs or some videos or whatever. Back when I started, we listened to cassette tape. That was back in the 1900s when I started real estate. And I built my business pretty fast by hardcore prospecting. And I did it for sell by owners and with expireds. And that was 95% of my business my first year, and my second year, and my third year. And then I discovered something about in the middle of my second year of real estate. I discovered that I was losing a lot of money. And so we're going to talk about today, how do you plug the biggest money leak in the real estate business? Because I promise you, if you are out there making stuff happen right now, if you're out there, if you're prospecting, you're marketing, you're lead generating, and you're doing all that, I would bet money that you are losing money that is just there for you to take. It's low-hanging fruit, and we're not taking it. So we're going to talk about that. Here's what I'm talking about. When the National Association of Realtors does their surveys, they found out that 87% of buyers and sellers said after they closed, they said, we will use our same agent again. We like them enough. We felt good enough about it. We're going to use them again. So that would mean most people are going to get the repeat and referral business, right? But here was the disconnect. What we found out was only 11% actually do. 87% of buyers and sellers said we would use the same agent again, but less than 15% actually end up using the same agent again. What is the disconnect? What is causing that to happen? And if that's happening in your business, are you willing to do anything about it? Now, I don't know where you are as you're starting here today, so let me just say this. We're going to go for 90 minutes. At the end, we're going to open this up for Q&A. So I'm going to stay on, and we're going to do live Q&A at the end. So as we're going through all of this training, there's the chat roll there below the screen if you're on Yes Masters yesmasters.com/live. For those of you that have joined us on Facebook, welcome. Glad to have you guys on Facebook. We are live today, September 20th, right? Is that right, Russo? September 20th? Whatever today is, Wednesday. My videographer, he has no clue what date it is. He just knew we started at noon. So it is noon, September 20th. We are live. If you want to ask questions, I'm going to be doing Q&A at the end of the webcast in about an hour and 15 minutes. Go join us at yesmasters.com/live. That's where a lot of you guys are watching me on there. If you're watching us on YouTube, glad to have you, excited. You can watch us there, and you can free to watch us on Facebook Live as long as my battery on my phone doesn't die. You're free to watch that. But if you want better audio and video, go to yesmasters.com/live, and also there is a chat as a chat screen, chat roll where you can ask questions. Now, I'm not going to take questions till the end. I can't even see the stuff that you guys are typing in. So I'm going to ask two favors. Number one, do not start any side conversations on the chat roll. So don't start you being the trainer or thinking you're the coach. Because if you do that, or you start pointing them somewhere else, then my administrators, my awesome team behind the scenes, has to cut you off and delete you and remove you from the chat. So please respect that, because we don't want you to distract from others who are trying to learn what I'm training on today. And number two, hold your questions till the end, because you can post them now, but there's a good chance I won't see them because if there's too many questions. So hold your questions till the end. You're free to go ahead and post them now, but I can't guarantee that we'll see them. And then when we get closer to the end, I'll let you know when we're coming up on Q&A, and then you can start posting your questions. So I'm going to be going over a lot of stuff. You're going to have a lot of questions. A lot of those questions will be answered as I continue through the training. So thank you for doing that. And again, get rid of all your distractions. I know it's tough. I know I'm asking a lot in 2017, but I believe that you can actually do it. This, to me, is absolutely shocking. Now, here's the mistake that I made. When I started real estate, the biggest mistake that I made that cost me millions was I spent all my time chasing now business and abandoned my personal circle. That's what I did. That's what I was chasing business. I was always after the next deal, after the next deal. And I started because when I started real estate, I had just moved from a little town in North Texas, Vernon, Texas, to Dallas-Fort Worth. And I didn't know anybody. I literally, in our first day of training, when they said, put together a list of all your sphere of influence. And I did, and it was 6 people. I had 6 people in my sphere of influence. One of them was Uncle Foy, my uncle, who was a 30-year real estate agent veteran in Dallas-Fort Worth. And the second person on that was his oldest daughter, Debbie, my cousin. And then the third person was my second oldest cousin, Sherry, who was also Uncle Foy's daughter. So I knew that 3 of the 6 people in my personal circle, if they ever needed to buy or sell a house, they already had a broker, and it was Dad. It was my uncle. So I wasn't going to get any deals from them. And then I had 3 other people on there that I had met, and that was about it. So I had to pound the pavement, so to speak. I had to go look for business. That was the only chance I had to get business. So that's what I did. And I started chasing business because I couldn't use people I already knew because I didn't have any connections. So I had to go out and meet people that I didn't know. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any savings. I was broke. And so that was all I could do, was I went out and chased business, and I was good at it. Why? Because I was teachable, I had a great work ethic and a great attitude, and I worked my butt off every single day. But over time, as I would chase the deal and I would get the listing and I would sell it, I would never talk to that seller again. And it was just like, boom, got the listing, sold it, done, next. And I realized after a while, I was just chasing business, and I was always so busy chasing the next deal that I didn't take the time to build relationships. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you that some of you are going to be like, yeah, right. But this is the truth. Most of you already know enough people right now to become a millionaire, just off the people that you know. And yet you're trying to cold call. You're trying to circle prospect. You're trying to start a geographic farm. You're trying to find the perfect Facebook marketing campaign. You're spending all this time and money trying to go out and find people you do not know and get business from them. Now, if you're like me, you're going to have to talk to some people you don't know because you don't know enough people to generate business. But most of you have 100, 200 people that you know right now. You just got to tap into it. And most people don't. See, here is the reality, and this is the reality that is going to be, was true in the 1900s when I started real estate, that is true today in 2017 with technology and all of that stuff going on. The real truth of the matter is still this, that real estate is a relationship game, and it will always be a relationship game. Now, I want you to think about what that means for a second. What about Zillow? What about Zillow marketing leads? What about all the things we go to at internet lead generation, places we go? What about open houses? I mean, what about prospecting? What about cold calling? What about for sale by owners? Those are all like strangers, right? That's who we're going after, is we're going after all these strangers, right? Is there anything wrong with that? No. There's nothing wrong with that. I love it. Go for it. But nobody's going to use you to buy or sell a house until you establish a relationship with them, where that they trust you, they know you, they like you, they believe in you. And that, my friends, is the massive disconnect between agents that are making it happen and having great success and those that are not, is they have learned how to tap into and leverage the relationship. And today I'm going to talk about how to do that and create a 7-figure income. And I literally have agents that have been in the industry for 3 years, and this is their 3rd year in the industry, and they're already at over $750,000 in income this year. Others that are over $400,000 this year in their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th year in the business. Why? Because they're leveraging the relationships. Now, does that mean they don't prospect? No. They prospect. They talk to a lot of people, but they focus on winning the relationship rather than on just getting a listing and getting a sale. We're going to talk about the power of that, and we're going to talk about how you do that today, because here's the challenge. Real estate is a relationship game, but the problem is that most agents are just looking for a one-night stand. I just want the listing, baby. Just give me the deal. Just give me the money. Let me see I just want the money. Where's the money? Where's the money? And that, you know what I'm talking about. That's what we focus on. We just focus on the money. And so we're just looking for the one-night stand. We're just looking for, I just need a listing. You don't want to list with me? You're not ready to list right now? Then I don't want to talk to you. You're not ready to buy right now? Then don't waste my time. And I was even taught that when you find a lead, you talk to them 3 times. If you can't get a listing after 3 conversations, chunk them, throw them away, because they're not ready to list. Okay. But the reality is that they were going to sell their house sometime in the next year or 2. But I was in such a hurry to looking for the next kill, looking for the next scalp, that if you weren't ready to do it right now, I didn't have time to mess with you. And what we lacked was a system and an efficient and effective way to leverage and build that relationship, so that when they are ready to buy or sell a house, you are the agent that they call. Now, I've got a very serious question for you. Why are we this way? Why are we always just looking for the next deal? Why don't we build relationships, and why don't we get more and more of our business from repeat and referral business? Now, I'm not talking about by referral only, that I only work by referral. Now, if you get to a point where you can do that and that's what you want to do, that's awesome. But the reality is, it's driven by ego a lot of times, and 2, you're cutting off a lot of people that you can help if you work by referral only. Just saying. However, why is it that we are afraid to talk to people? Why is it that we're afraid to leverage the relationships that we have? Look, let me ask you this. What is the most painful thing you've ever had happen in your real estate career? What's the most painful thing? I mean, it just makes you go like, What was the most painful thing? Now, some people go like, it would be rejection. But I'm going to contend that's not the most painful thing. Here's the most painful thing that I have ever experienced in real estate. It was when somebody that you knew, somebody that knew you were in real estate, and you thought they were your friend, and you found out that they sold their house, and they didn't call you. They called someone else. They listed with someone else. They used someone else, and they never even let you know. And how do you feel about it? You feel betrayed, right? You're like, oh, I can't believe you did that. So here's my question. Why were you not talking to them? Because see, the reality is most of the time they didn't know. They didn't know you wanted the business. Why? You never asked. Yeah, but I'm afraid of asking, because if I ask, I'm afraid I'm going to be annoying. Or I'm afraid I'm going to sound desperate. Right? This is why we don't talk to people that we don't know. There's 4 reasons that most agents do not leverage relationships. 4 reasons. Number 1 is because we don't want to annoy our friends. We're afraid we're going to be bugging them. Reality, if they know you and they like you, they would like to help you with your business. You're not annoying people. People that like you and trust you, they want to help you. You have to believe that. The second reason that we're afraid to talk to people that we know and ask them for business is we're afraid we're going to sound desperate. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm begging for business. Please, please, I need business, please, please. Give me a break. Are you desperate? Then you sound desperate. You sound desperate because you are desperate. And the reason you're desperate is because you're approaching your business from a position of weakness. And you're hoping that I can go out and find some strangers that I get through some online marketing thing or from cold calling or from an open house, and I can find some strangers that I can sucker them into hiring me, not knowing how desperate I am. Or how about this? How about change the game? How about change the game so you don't have to be desperate anymore? When you're the best at what you do and you know how to give great results, you're not going to sound desperate because you're not desperate. The reason we sound desperate is because we are desperate, and the reason we're afraid of sounding desperate is because we know deep down we are desperate and we're afraid. We're afraid, number 1, because we don't want to annoy them. We're afraid, number 2, we don't want to sound desperate. We're afraid, number 3, because we're afraid they may reject us. They may just say, you know what, I know you, I just don't like to do business with people I know. And we're afraid of that. We're afraid they may not refer us. And then our heart's going to be broken even more, because see, as long as I don't say anything, then when they use somebody else and don't call me, then I can just blame it on myself secretly and just be mad about it and be mad at myself. But then I can just say, well, they didn't know, because I'm a secret agent. Excuse me, you want to have a life or you want to be broke? Now, I am not kidding here, and you know, and some of you are watching this right now, and you are negotiating with your success every single day. You're trying to find the sneaky, slick way to get in there and get business, and there's a lot of things you're not dealing with, like your own inner fears, this stuff that I'm talking about right here. Like, why are you not talking to the people you know? I don't want to bug them. I don't want to beg. I don't want to, what if they reject me? And the 4th reason that we're afraid to ask for business is we're afraid we might fail. What if they hire me and I don't get it sold? What if they refer their friend to me and I don't help them find the house and they go find some? What if I look bad and they're going to be mad at me? Now, that is a real threat if you're an amateur. If you suck at what you do, that is a real threat. So my challenge to you is, if you're watching this and deep down inside of you, you're never going to admit this to anybody. I know, and I get it, and your secret's safe with me because you're watching this anonymously, is that you suck. I get it. So what are you going to do about it? That's the question. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Now, here's the solution. The solution is this thing right here called the real estate Vortex. And I'm going to share with you today exactly what the real estate Vortex is. We're going to break it down. We're going to break down the most powerful business model and the system that will help you create a 7-figure income in the next 24 to 36 months, or it'll help you create a high 6-figure income if that's good for you, $250,000 if that's what you want, if that's all you can believe. It will help you get that fast. Now, first, I want to share with you the power of a vortex. And I want you just to watch this video. We've all seen recently the power of the vortex with the hurricanes, with Irma and Harvey that hit the U.S. back to back. There's another one out there forming right now. It's Maria, I think. That is huge. I mean, like, we've never seen ever this type. Whenever nature wants to create something powerful, nature uses a vortex. Why? Because a vortex is one of the most powerful dynamics in the world. And I just want to give you an example. I just want to show you a quick video here of the power of a vortex and what it does. Then I'm going to explain how this works and how this applies to real estate. So this is a river in Europe, and this is a vortex. You see that? This is a vortex. And I just want you to notice how everything gets drawn into it, pulled into it. This is actually in a spring thaw on a frozen river in Northern Europe. And look what happens. It's drawing, just imagine. I want you to imagine if you're drawing and attracting deals to you like that way. You create the real estate vortex where you're literally, look at all the deals that guy's just drawing in. Boom, everything is getting drawn to you. What if you could build a business that literally attracted business to you? That, oh my goodness, that was a big deal right there. Yeah, that was a huge commission check. Is a vortex is a living, swirling mass, usually fluid, but in this case, this is just a metaphor for your business that literally draws everything to its center. Now, I want you to imagine if you could draw so much business to you, it's attracting that you're not having to go out and chase it, and you're not having to go out and buy it. And that is, my friends, the power of the real estate vortex. You look at it and you're like, it's got to quit at some point. That's the power of a vortex, is that it's effortless. The power of the vortex is that it's stable. It holds itself together. That is what nature knows about power. When you think about hurricanes, tornadoes, cyclones, when you look at some of the most amazing things on the planet, look at the solar system. Guess what? Our solar system is a vortex. Our galaxy is a vortex. When nature wants to create something powerful, it creates a vortex. Now, I just looked at that and I'm like, you know what? If you want to be, and by the way, in molecularly, it's in your body, all the way down to your DNA is a vortex. That's right. When nature wants to do something powerful, it creates a vortex. And I'm like, if you want to win, why not just go along with nature, right? Who's ever beat Mother Nature? Nobody. So why not do something that just is in line with nature? And that's why the vortex is so powerful, is the real estate vortex. Now I'm going to put it into numbers for you guys so that you can see it. And then I'm actually going to take you and walk you through a vortex and how the real estate vortex lays out. So get your pen, get your paper out, and we're going to dive into now of how would the vortex work to help you make $1 million in the next 12 months. Now, I'm going to share with you not only a way to do this that's real, that's practical, that is profitable. You could actually do this. Now, will you do it in the next 12 months? Probably not. So I'm going to say, let's give yourself a couple of years on this, but I want you to see what you could do literally in 1 year if you simply followed this model. So here is how you make $1 million in 1 year. Number one is I want to add one person a day to my word of mouth marketing team. That is your WOMT. What is a WOMT? WOMMT. Word of mouth marketing team. Now, what is the best marketing on the planet? Answer, word of mouth, right? Word of mouth marketing. It's the best on the planet. Word of mouth marketing team. Add one person a day to your word of mouth marketing team. Now, what is a word of mouth marketing team? It's people that you know that are always looking for business for you. They want to help you. Does everybody follow? That's what the word of mouth marketing team is. What if you added one person a day that always they just kept their eyes and ears open. They just have the radar on, and they're just aware that if they hear of somebody else looking to buy or sell, somebody that they know who's in a conversation, says, hey, we're thinking about moving. Hey, we're looking at selling our house. Our house, we've outgrown it. We need a bigger house. When they hear that conversation, that triggers and they know exactly what to do. They call you. They text you. They email you and they say, hey bro, my neighbor is getting ready to sell their house. I told him about you. Here's their name and number. Give them a call. They're expecting to hear from you. That is a word of mouth marketing team right there. And if you could, would you like to have 10 people that are always just looking for business for you? Well, what if you could find one person a day? Now, how do you find that one person a day? You're out talking to people. You can start with people that you know. In a few minutes, I'm going to share with you a couple of strategies. And one of the greatest strategies is how do you go and approach people that you already know to get business from them right away? I'm going to dive into what I call the ask strategy. It's really profound. It's never been heard of before. You actually ask. But I'm going to share with you exactly how to do that. How do you ask to get them to give you referrals right away? So you can start with people you know. You can start with people that you meet. You can start with people that in your lead generation, whether you're prospecting, if you're prospecting for sell-by owners and expireds, if you're doing open houses, even if you are doing cold calling. When you're talking to people throughout the day, if you talk to 10 to 20 people a day, people that you know, people that you don't know. It could be people that leads from social media, people that connections you've generated through social media, internet lead generation, open houses, I don't care, networking events, anywhere you're out there actually meeting people. And what if you focus on this? I'm looking to add one person a day that I really hit it off with, that we connect, that I can just add into what we call our personal circle. Your personal circle is what the Vortex is made up of, and that is the relationships that you have, that once you build that relationship with that person, then they are drawn to you, and all the business that people that they know, that business is going to be drawn to you. That's the start of this whole thing. And it starts with just one person. Now, you may already have 100 people in your personal circle. You just got to start the funnel spinning. You just got to start the pull. You got to become magnetic. You got to start drawing people to you, right? So you start out, if you could just find one person a day. Let's say you talk to 10 people a day. I'm just looking for one that I really hit it off with, that I can say, hey, when you know somebody that's needing to buy or sell a house, would you call me? Of course. Awesome. Thank you so much. And that's how the relationship starts. Find one person a day. Could you do that? If you spent 2 hours a day talking to people, and I'm just looking for one person today that I can add to my word of mouth marketing team. Now, here's the good news. Some of them actually are going to say, well, no, we're looking to sell our house right now. Really? Awesome. So I get the listing, I sell it, I get a sale. That's awesome. So I'm looking for the deals, always looking for deals, right? My radar is open for the deals, but I'm not just chasing the next deal. I'm looking for the relationship. I'm going to share with you later. We're going to break all this down into the dynamic of why this is so powerful. So add one person a day to your word of mouth marketing team. Could you do that for the next week? Could you find one person a day? That's your only thing you got to do, is find one person a day that says, yes, I'll keep my eyes and ears open for you. One person a day. And if you did that, here's what happens. The average person that you know or that you meet, the average person in America knows 200 to 300 people. We'll go on the conservative side and we'll say what if they only know 200 people? Okay? Now, here's the reality. 10% of those people are likely going to move every single year. Now think about it. That means 20 people out of the 200 people that this person knows, 20 of them are going to move in the next year. Now, how do we know that? Well, if only 10% move, that means the average person moves once every 10 years. And we know in America that people move once every 7 to 8 years. Okay? So we know that at least 10% of the people that they know are going to move every year. Now, that's 20 people. So that means that person that you just added to your word of mouth marketing team, they know 20 people this year that are going to move. Now, they don't have the same relationship with all 200 of them. So some of those 20 they may not hear about until after they've already moved. So I get that. So they're not going to give you 20 referrals. I just want you to be clear on that, because they may only know about 10 of them. They may only know of about 7 or 8 of them. The question is, how many of those could you get? So here's what happens. Your goal is, for every person I add to my word of mouth marketing team, every person I add to what we call your A team, my goal is to convert 1 out of those 20. That's it. I meet this one person. In the next year, they're going to keep their eyes and ears open for me. They've got 20 people in their world that are going to buy or sell that they already know. They're going to know about half of them. So if they referred 5 of those 10 to you, could you convert 1 out of 5? So that 1 out of these 20 people you convert. That is a 5% conversion ratio. Could you do that? Is that realistic? And the answer is absolutely, totally realistic. All right? So now you do that. So here's how it lays out. Each person in your personal circle, each PC knows, personal circle, PC, personal circle, personal connection, knows 200 people. Times 10% that are going to move each year, that's 20. Times 5%, 1 out of 20 you're going to convert, which means that one person is going to be worth 1 deal for you this year. Now, how are you going to do this? Because you have to have a system to help you stay in touch with them and build top of mind awareness. I'm going to lay that out for you in a moment. Right now, I'm just showing you how you're going to make $1 million this year. Okay? So stay with me, because I'm laying first out the game plan, and then we'll go behind the curtain, backstage, and we'll see how it all plays out. All right? How you actually do it. So your word of mouth marketing team, what does it look like in 1 year? I add 1 person per day to my word of mouth marketing team. Could you do that 1 day? Yes. Could you do it 5 days a week? Every day that you're working, if you work 5 days a week, could you do that? So let's just say that in the year, you add 250 people to your word of mouth marketing team. That's all you're doing, 1 a day. That's it, one a day. I have people in my 100-day List Master Challenge that average 2 to 3 per day, some more, but a lot of them average 2 or 3 a day. But if you had averaged one a day, 200 people, 250 people in a year from now, I've got 250 people in my A-team word of mouth marketing team. Ooh, what does that mean? Every one of them know 200 people. And every one of those 200 people, 20 of them are going to move this year. Now think about what that means. 20 people moving of the 250, that is 5,000 potential deals for you in the next year. That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Now, how much money did it cost you to get those 5,000 leads? Answer, only however much it cost you to build a relationship, which is essentially, it's a conversation. It's essentially free. Now, if you want to buy them a Starbucks, yay, go. But you understand what I'm saying here? This is just it's talking to people, connecting with people, building a relationship, and creating a word of mouth marketing team. Zillow cannot compete. Now, there's marketing out there, there's trainers out there going like, beat Zillow at their own game. I got news for you, my friend. You cannot beat Zillow at their own game. Why? Because Zillow loses about $200 million a year. Can you afford to go that negative? No. You look, Zillow is not your competitor. Now, Zillow is a threat to our industry. In the big picture, it's a threat to our industry. That's a whole different conversation. But in terms of you and your business and where you're going to get business, you don't have to go out and say, I've got to compete with Zillow. And you don't have to pay them all your money. How about this? Find one person a day. Now, if you're already marketing on Zillow, I think it's cool. Just make sure that every day one of the people that you get through Zillow becomes yours, that you establish a relationship with them. Because see, anybody that finds you on Zillow, they're also on the internet, and they're in 17 other agents' databases too. You're not the only agent out there talking to them, just in case you didn't know. So 250 people that I've added, they know 20 each, that's 5,000 potential deals. Now, the reason this is so important is for you to understand that there are plenty of opportunities out there. There's plenty of deals. A lot of agents have this scarcity mentality of there's so many agents, there's so much competition, and it's such a tight market, there's not enough inventory, and it's like, there's not enough deals. The deals are out there. You just aren't looking in the right place, and you don't have anybody bringing the deals to you, and you're trying to figure out how to go chase them. And you're either trying to chase the deals or you're trying to buy the deals. And what I'm teaching you is how to attract the deals to you. How do I attract the deals? Because I got 250 people, 250 people with their eyes and ears open, their radars on, and they're looking for people who are talking about buying and selling that they can say, ooh, you need to talk to my agent. And boom, they text you. Da-da-da-da-da. They call you. Hey, Kevin, I got one. I just met a guy at Starbucks. We were just talking. I just heard him over. I saw him, on the internet looking at Redfin, and I just told him he needed to talk to you. Here's his phone number. Whoa. Now, how does he get this phone number? Because you train your word of mouth marketing team to ask for their phone number. That's how you do it. All right. Your goal is to convert 1 out of 20. Now, what happens if you take of every 20 people that this one guy knows, one gal knows, all you need is one deal that year. And here's what happens in the next year. 250 deals. Let's just say your average gross commission income is $7,500, which is about average across the United States. That is $1,875,000 in GCI, in gross commission income in 12 months, starting with one person. But what you're doing, unlike what most agents do, is you're not looking for a one-night stand. I'm looking for a relationship, and then another, and then another. And I'm looking for 250 relationships in a year. Now you go like, how do I keep in touch with that many people? Well, here's how you keep in touch with that many people. If you talk to them once a month, and there's 250 of them, that means you're going to talk to 10 a day. On average. You're just going to talk to 10. Hey, just want to touch base, see how things are going. Yeah, cool. Anybody you know that I can help right now? Nope, nobody. Great. Anything I can do to help your business? That's the conversation. It's that simple. If you're willing to do it. Now, here's why most agents aren't willing to do it. It's too hard. You got to actually talk to people you know. Oh, why do you not want to do that? Why would you not talk to people you know? Because I'm afraid I may mess up. What if they don't think I'm desperate? We've already answered all 4 of those questions. You're afraid you're annoying them. You're afraid you're going to sound desperate. You're afraid they're going to reject you, and you're afraid you're going to fail. When you're the best at what you do, so this is the big leap, is for this to work, you're going to have to get good at what you do. Sorry to have to bring that up because that's one of the things that nobody wants to talk about. None of the coaching programs, all the stuff out there that's selling you these little programs, none of them want to talk about. You know what the real breakthrough for you would be? If you got good. The reason I built a company called Yes Masters is because I believe in mastery. I believe that the way you get trophies in life is not participation trophies. See, participation trophies is what they're giving to our junior high kids right now. And they're thinking that that's going to build their kids' self-esteem until the kids grow up and then they go out and get in real estate. I showed up, I'm participating, shouldn't I get some deals? No, you get deals because you're better than anybody else that they're talking to. Oh. So you see how there may be some things we got to work on? So I believe real estate, if you want to win this game of real estate, there's 2 ways you can do it. One, you can go cheap. And you can try to compete with purple bricks. You can try to compete with the flat fee guys out there that are doing it for a few $100 a listing and a few $100 a sell, and you beg and you just be a commodity. You commoditize yourself. Or you can become great at what you could do. You become a master at delivering the best results. We're going to dive into how you do that in a little bit. When you become great at what you do, see, for some of you right now, you're already going like, this is not what I wanted to hear. Right. But this is exactly what you need to hear if you want to win. Because all the other crap that you're out there and you're thinking you can buy your way to success, my friends, it doesn't work that way. You don't buy your way to success by some fancy marketing gimmick or marketing plan this is it. This is the way to do it. How about becoming the best in the world at what you do? What about becoming better than everybody else? See, figure out what works and then figure out how to be better at it than anyone else. Here's what works. Take a listing and sell it fast for top dollar. Now, I discovered the secret in real estate. This is going to blow some of your minds. Okay, you ready? Write this down. That is all sellers ever wanted. That's it. They just want you to sell their house fast and for top dollar. That's what they want. Well, that's what they want. If that's what they want, how about this? Instead of going out and trying to find more sellers to trick into listing with you, why not become the best in your market at doing one thing? Delivering results. Getting homes sold for top dollar. Become the best at that. The best. I have dozens of agents in my coaching, and especially my inner circle members, that most of them, and the ones that do exactly what I tell them, all of them, sell every single listing they take. And they sell them all for top dollar. Why? Because that was what they committed to do. And they decided, you know what? I'm going to get all this business. I'm going to be great at what I do. And when you deliver great results, whoom, you just started drawing and attracting all kinds of business your way. Because people like success. Nothing breeds success like success, right? When you're great, now all of a sudden, I don't have to worry about annoying people. I don't have to sound desperate. And I'm not worried about rejection or failure because I don't fail. You get results every single time. You understand what I'm saying? For this to happen, at some point you have to commit to mastery. If you're not willing to commit to mastery, not going to happen. And you're going to continue to be frustrated, and you're going to continue to be looking for the magic bullet and finding the magic way to do it, and you're going to leave a lot of wounded clients along the way because you're going to list and you're going to sell about 60 to 70% of your listings, and the rest of them you're going to fail. And their life plans got put on hold because they trusted you that you could help them get the result they wanted and sell their house so they could move on with their life. And now their kids are not in the school district they wanted to be in. They missed out on the house that they really wanted to do. They're not able to move. Now they've lost an opportunity because they were trusting and counting on you and you failed them. You can't do that. It's just too important what you're doing. Okay, you guys with me? I hope you're staying with me because there's a lot of people, I don't know how many people are on, I have no idea. Some of them dropping off because they don't want to hear this. What I'm going to do different than what you're going to hear a lot of places is I am going to tell you the truth about what it's going to take to succeed in the 21st century. And I'm not telling you it's old school. What I'm telling you is it's real school. This is life. This is about success. This is about winning. So, by the way, for those of you that are joining us on Facebook and on YouTube Live, we're excited to have you as well. If you want the better audio and video quality, go to yesmasters.com/live. That's where we're broadcasting this live right now. That's the camera I'm talking to. And it gives you much better audio and a much better video. And it also is a place you can ask questions on the chat. There's a chat role there so that you can ask questions, and I'll be going in and answering those questions a little bit later on in our webcast. So I wanted you to see this because here's the reality. That is possible for you. Now, what if you look at it and go like, I don't think I can do that. Well, what if it was half that good? How would you like a year from now? And most of you aren't starting at just one person. You've already got a base. You've already got some business. What if it was only half that good a year from now? What if it was only a quarter that good and you only made $400,000 a year from now? And that, my friend, is real. Here's what makes it possible. What makes it possible is the real estate vortex. So here we go. This right here is the real estate vortex. This is the most powerful model. I have been developing this over the last 5 years. I started training it 4 years ago. When I started training it, I knew that this would create millionaires. And this year we have is the very first agent. I'll have two. There'll be 2 this year that will become millionaires this year because of this model. And it's unbelievably powerful. Now, I'm not going to go in detail through all of it, but I'll tell you this. You can also on YouTube, I've got several videos out there that lay all this out in different videos, different times. You can see it as it kind of evolves. But I just want to kind of break down the parts of you of how the real estate vortex works. So I want you to imagine, remember that vortex we were watching the video of a few minutes ago? And as we're watching it, you just saw everything being drawn to the middle. So I want you to imagine this is the vortex. And what is the energy core of the vortex? My friend, it is you. You are the energy core. That's you right here. That means if you suck, then you don't draw business to you, right? Because you can't suck hard enough to attract business to you. You got to start attracting and drawing business to you, so you got to suck less. You got to get better, right? You got to stop sucking and start succeeding. And the way you do that is right here in what we call the core elements of success on which you build yourself. And when you build yourself and make yourself powerful, then you can build a massive business. Now, I'm going to start down here just real quickly with what we call the core elements of success. How do you become powerful at drawing business to yourself? Number one is your mindset, is having a success mindset. In other words, you've got to believe in what you're doing, and you got to believe in yourself. You got to do that. And some of you have a lot of issue. We all have limiting beliefs. We all have our conditioned mind. So some of you need a lot of work on overcoming your mental blocks. You got to have that success mindset. You've got to believe in yourself and believe that you can figure this out and believe that you can win. Number 2 then are your strategies. And that is, what are you doing to generate business and convert it? Number 3 is your skills. And if strategies are what you do, skills are how well you do it. So you take a script, for example, and you look at a script and you go like, ugh, that doesn't sound like me. That script sucks. Right, I get it. There is a saying in Hollywood that says the script is the enemy. Now, does that mean that actors in Hollywood don't use scripts? Nope. Does it mean they hate scripts? Nope. They love scripts. It's how they make their money. They master scripts. Why would they say the script is the enemy? Here's why they say it. Because as long as it sounds like a script, you're not going to be good. So a script is the enemy. What's not the enemy is mastery. When you master a script and you so internalize it that you literally become the person that you are playing in a movie, that they literally own the script. It becomes their words. It becomes their molecules. It becomes their living, breathing conversation. And that's the power of a good script. So in real estate, we have scripts. The Book of Yes, that is the book that I published about a year and a half ago, been a #1 bestseller for nearly 18 months, is the best book of scripts ever published. And I put my money where my mouth is on that. If you don't have a copy of it, you can go to Amazon, buy it. If you don't agree it's the best book you've ever read on scripts, then I'm happy to, you just send us an email. If you don't want to send it back to Amazon, just send me an email and I'll send you a check. Because I believe that much in, I believe in the value of those scripts. But I also know that just having the script isn't going to do it for you. Now look, if you take a professional baseball player and they're striking out every time, and I used to strike out all the time, I sucked in baseball. They strike out all the time. If they're striking out all the time, I'm going to tell you a secret. it's not the bat. Okay, let me say that again. If somebody's striking out every time they get up to bat, it's not the bat's fault. You don't need a better bat, you need a better swing. So if your strategies aren't working, you got to look at it and go like, is it a good strategy? And if the answer is yes, it's a good strategy, it's working for others, then it may be the skill with which you are swinging the strategy, with which you're swinging the bat. You don't need a better bat, you need a better swing. So you got to improve your skills. Number 4 is you got to improve and implement powerful systems in your business. Through Real Estate Vortex, we train you on the 7 key systems for $1 million business. There's 7 of them. They're simple, they are unbelievably powerful, but you got to master them. 7 systems. Those 7 systems will make you $1 million a year or more. And they'll do it because they leverage processes. They do it while you have a life, because systems keep you from having to do everything and make it up as you go, and it keeps you from having to work 80 hours a week. So you can actually make money and have a life at the same time. And then number 5, the 5th core element of success is support. And support is the people that support your success. It's your team, it's your coach, it's your family. It's when they're behind you and helping support you and helping you in growing your business, then you're leveraging people and not just your own effort. And that makes you more and more and more powerful. And when you build these 5 things, everything else is going to work better. Now, here are the parts of the Vortex. Here's how it plays out. Right here on the left-hand side, this is what you do on a daily basis that makes you money. This is the magic right here. This is the activities that are going to make you all of your money. So we talked about adding 1 person a day to your word-of-mouth marketing team, right? How does that start? It starts with connecting. You have to connect with somebody. Now, the way this is laid out is you see the Vortex here, and then you see this dotted line across here, and everything above it is in the gray. Everything above the gray, above the dotted line in the gray, is people that you do not know. It's people you don't have a relationship with. Everything below the dotted line is people in your Vortex, which means they know you and you have some level of influence with them. Now, it may not be strong, but you have some level of influence. The first thing that has to happen for you to have influence in somebody's life is you got to connect. You got to start a relationship. They got to know who you are. They got to know what you do, right? So you connect with them. Once you connect with somebody, now you've met them, now I've got to position myself as their go-to agent, which means this is where you build credibility. It's where you establish rapport. It's where you get to the point where they look at you and go like, you're not just a realtor, you're my realtor. That's the magic. This is when they think about you. When you have what I'm going to tell you about in a minute called TOMA, top of mind awareness. This is when somebody becomes your word-of-mouth marketing team. It's when you position yourself with them so that they trust you and they're willing to refer you. Okay? So number 1, I connect with people. Number 2, I position myself with people. And then when they get ready to buy or sell, or they refer me to somebody who's ready to buy or sell, the next step is I've got to get with that person and I've got to inspire the hire. I've got to inspire them to want to hire me. Right? So I've got somebody that's ready to buy a house. I inspire them to work with me, and then I go help them buy a house. I get somebody that needs to sell. I inspire them to hire me. They sign a listing agreement, and boom, what was the next thing? Number 4 is we have to deliver results. Right here's the magic, my friends. This is what they want. This is what everybody wants. They want results. If they're a buyer, they want a house for a great price. If they're a seller, they want their house sold for top dollar. If you master this, all of this gets really, really easy when you're the best. Does that make sense? When you're the best, you don't have to go out and you're not having to chase business all the time if you've leveraged your relationships. And that then comes to the 5th thing, and that is once I deliver the result, what do? I've got to leverage that success. Now, this is when I started real estate, I did not do any of this. I was right here all the time, connect. I was chasing business. Oh, I found somebody. I positioned myself with them. I go in. I got the listing. Boom. I put it on the MLS. I sell it. Yes. I get my commission check. Bye. And as they went out the bottom of the Vortex, I just kind of found them up here, sucked them in, got the listing, sold it. And then as they went out the bottom of my Vortex, flushed down the toilet. You've seen toilets have vortexes? Yeah, that's right. When you flush a toilet, it's got a vortex. That's the vortex that most real estate agents use, and that is that you just have somebody and you use them one night stand. As soon as you get your commission check, you just flush them on down the toilet and you never talk to them again. Why? You're too busy. You're too busy off chasing the next deal. When the reality is, the easiest deal is the one that they would bring you, either themselves or somebody that they know, if you leverage that success. Now, how do you leverage the success? Here are the strategies that I train on. How do you leverage success? Number one, ask for business. Who else do you know? You just succeeded for them. Now, why not leverage it and say, who else do you know? Instead of flushing them down, is why not bring them back around and put them back into your vortex? Okay? Now, we've got three different teams here, A team, B team, and C team. Your A team are the people that's your word of mouth marketing team. That's the people you're close to. That's your starting lineup. That's your word of mouth marketing team. That is your raving fans. You sell somebody's house, they love you, they're happy, boom, bring them there. And keep talking to them. Keep that relationship going. Stay in front of them and maintain top of mind awareness. That is where you get more business and you get it for free. I believe that every listing that you sell, you should get 5 deals from it within the next 12 to 24 months every single time. That makes them a great A-teamer. So number one, ask for people that you're doing business with. Ask your past clients. Ask them for business. Number two, get video testimonials from your past clients. When the deal closes, get a testimonial. They love you then. You just succeeded for them. Get a video testimonial. Number three, ask them to give you positive 5-star reviews on the online platforms that you use. Now, how do you do that? Ask. Well, what I ask them and they didn't do it? Ask again. Because they're busy. They're nervous. They don't have time. They didn't think about it. Make it easy for them. Again, I train in my training courses, my training camp. I train specifically step by step how to do each of these things. But leveraging your success is so critical, because now the business you've already done, you've already gone through all the trouble of connecting and positioning. Why not maintain that and let them draw more business to you? Are you understand what I'm saying? It is unbelievably powerful. Now, you have 3 different groups in here. Your A team are the people they're your raving fans. They're the people they're keeping their eyes and ears open. Your B team is people that you know, but they're not really like that excited about helping you. They may talk to you every once in a while, and they may give you a deal every once in a while, but no guarantees. But at least you talk to them, you stay in touch with them, you give them information, you maintain that relationship. They're your B teamers. Most of your people are going to be B teamers over time. Okay, my A team, that's my core, baby. Right? Your C team is just people that you met somewhere along the way and never really talked to them. Met them at an open house, you get their email, but that's about it. And you never talk to them because you don't have a phone number for them or whatever. And that's your C team. They're going to give you a deal every once in a while, but not very often. The closer they get to you in your A team and your B team, the more influence you have, the more pull you have, the more business is going to be attracted to you. So that's why when I shared with you, if you could build an A team of 250 people, you're never going to have to worry about money again. You're making over $1 million a year in almost any market in the United States, even if your average commission check is only $4,000 and you're getting 250 people in your A team, that's 250 deals a year. Okay? And if your average commission check is only $4,000, you probably don't need $1 million income to have an amazing lifestyle where you live. That's just the way it goes. But that is how you build it. And how do you build it? By connecting, positioning, inspiring the hire, delivering results, and then leveraging the success. Now out here, these are just different lead generation sources that I train my coaching members on in depth on how do you generate turbo leads. So turbo leads would be like for sell-by owners and expireds, stuff like that. Probates, notice a default, short sales, that kind of stuff. Trickle leads is any of your traditional marketing. It's also technology marketing, internet leads, Facebook, social media, any of that kind of stuff is geographic farming, circle prospecting. All of that kind of stuff is what I call trickle leads, and it's just a slower source. It works, just tends to be a little slower and tends to be, in a lot of cases, a lot more time consuming or a lot more money consuming. You're spending money, you're spending a lot more money or time, and you're having to wait for the business. Open house events are just another phenomenal way that you can generate immediate now business, and we train on how to do not just an open house, but an event that actually attracts sellers. And so you actually get people who are looking to buy or sell now or at some point in the future, and they go into your personal circle A team. Now here's the 3 ahas that I want to share with you out of that vortex that we just did. And by the way, let me just share with you, if you're taking notes and frantically writing all this out, I'm going to tell you right now that if you will go join our Facebook group, Yes Masters Real Estate Success Community, it's Facebook group, go ask to join there. Later today, I'm going to actually just post the download of this framework, the entire Real Estate Vortex. I'm just going to post it there that you can download it as a PDF and you'll have a copy of it. So that's Yes Masters Real Estate Success Community on Facebook. You can go join that group, and I'm going to post it there so you can actually get this and you can have a copy of it and print it out. It's got a little more, it'll have more stuff on it than you see just here. It'll have some more details and so forth that some of it we're going to cover today on the webcast, some of it we're not. So there'll be actually some more training and resources on that. But here were 3 ahas that have been worth millions of dollars to me as a real estate agent, because my first 3 years in the business, I did not get this at all until the pain of how much money I was missing kind of woke me up. So number 1 is what I call CLV. Now what CLV is your client's lifetime value. And that is, if you just stop looking for a one-night stand and start focusing on the relationship, stop chasing the deal and start chasing the relationship. If I start focusing on the relationship, how much is one client going to be worth for you over a 10-year period? And when this first really hit me was with Roy and Lou Thomas. Roy and Lou Thomas were my first $100,000 client, which means one couple, Roy and Lou Thomas, in Colleyville, Texas, one couple generated for me in about a 4-year period over $100,000 in commissions, one couple, because of their repeat business and because of their referral business. The next one was Adam and Christy Bramlett. Adam and Christy Bramlett was my very first sale. And they bought a $50,000 house on Sunday Street in Haltom City, Texas. $50,000. That was my first sale ever. But over the next 7 years, they referred so much business to me that they made me, with them, because their price range tend to be a lot lower because they started in a lower price point, and the people they knew, lower price point. I don't know that they ever made me over $100,000, but it was somewhere close to $100,000 that I made from them. And it was probably like 15 or 20 deals from them, their parents, their family, he was a coach, so people from his school, other coaches, other teachers, and the people from their church, and ton of business. I just started realizing, you know what? If you go for the client and not just the transaction, you're going to get a lot more money. And that's where, remember, when you deliver the results, when we go back, let's just go back here. When you deliver the results, instead of just never talking to them again, how about this? How about talk to them again? Leverage the success. Put them in your A team and keep talking to them. Unbelievable. And frankly, with the Bramletts and with the Thomases, I didn't talk to them. They just brought me the business. And that's when I realized, wait a second, what if I actually started talking to these people? Because I missed so much, because people that you'd talk to after they already used somebody else, and you're like, why didn't you call me? And they go like, never heard from you. We didn't know if you were still in the business. Oof. So what do? Just keep talking to them. Keep building the relationship. Focus on the client's lifetime value. Number 2, top of mind awareness. People will not refer you if they do not remember you. That's just the bottom line. If they don't remember you, if they're not thinking about you, they don't connect the dots. When they hear somebody talking about buying and selling real estate, they don't automatically think about you unless you train them to think about you by conversation. Okay? How do you do this? How do you train them? Here's how you train them. It is what I call the ask strategy. You ask them, hey, when you know somebody looking to buy or sell, would you call me? Yeah, cool. So who do you know? Who have you talked to recently that's looking to buy or sell or invest in real estate that I can help? It's actually a conversation. You actually ask them and they go like, oh, you know what? I don't know of anyone right now, but when I do, I'll call you. Thank you very much. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted, right? Because I've now created top of mind awareness. And look, you can't do it. It's not one and done. You can't do that one time for life and go like, it's kind of like, the husband married his wife and she said, honey, do you love me? And he said, honey, I told you on the day we got married, I love you. If I ever change my mind, I'll let you know. No. It doesn't work that way. For those of you that are married, you know this. You got to show your wife and you got to tell her a lot that you love her. Because if you don't, they begin to forget. Just saying. Same with people, your clients. You sold them a house, you did a great job for them, but they're not just not having conversation with other people. They're having conversation with other people. They meet other realtors. The house they just bought and moved into, their neighbor just happened to be a real estate agent, and he talks to them. Guess what? When they get ready to move next time, they're not going to call you. They're going to call him because he talks to them, you don't. So what do you got to do? You got to talk to them. You got to talk to them. You've already proven yourself. You have the home field advantage. You have the track record advantage. You are the defending champion. If you'll stand up for your crown, if you'll stand up for your belt, you got to stay in touch with them. You got to maintain top of mind awareness so they know to call you again. How do you do that? Leverage the success. Position yourself. Talk to them. Stay in touch with them. But I don't want to be bugging them. You're not going to bug them. Okay? There's a system. There's a system for how often do I call them. Well, it depends if they're A team, B team, or C team. And we have that all laid out for you in the real estate, in the advanced training I do called the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp. TOMA, top of mind awareness. And then this third one, we've already talked about it a lot. This is the aha for me that was worth millions. And that is, what if I could have 10 people always looking for business for me? Have a word of mouth marketing team. What if I could have 20 or 50 or 100 or 250? You'd be making 7 figures. You got to do it. Okay? So what are the 2 strategies? I want to just give you 2 strategies right now that this is actionable strategies you can do right now to start building your vortex and leveraging it to make money today. I'm going to give you 2. These are ones you can do every single day over and over and over and over again, and they will make you a ton of money. So the first one is what I call the ask strategy. Ask for business. Now here is how you do it. I call it in the 100-day List Master Challenge. We are my challenge people and my agents in the challenge do it. I also have a thing called the Vortex Challenge. And here's what you do: is you send a video. You make a video for all of your personal circle. And I just shoot a video on YouTube. You can shoot it on your phone. And what I would do is I would take something like a yellow pad, and I would take a marker, and I would just write on it. And this is what we do. And I'm going to tell you who did this. I've had dozens of agents that do this, and I'll tell you a couple of stories. And then I would just write help like that, all right? And then I shoot a video, and I get my cell phone, just like here, my iPhone's sitting right here on Facebook Live, and I just do a video, and I'm going like this. Now, you put this on Facebook, and what do people do when they see you in the feed on Facebook? They don't hear anything. There's no sound. There's just this. There's just the visual. You can do this on Instagram as well. Now, they're going to go like, what's he need help for? What's he talking about? And they're going to do it on, I need your help. I have set a goal. So then they come on, and you tell them basically, I've set a goal to help 20 families this summer, or 10 families this fall, or whatever you want to do. You give a time frame to it, and you give a number to help 10 families this fall who are looking to buy or sell or invest in real estate, and I need your help. Who do you know that's looking to buy or sell or invest in real estate that I could help? Would you please call me or text me and let me know anytime you know anyone that I can help? Thank you so much in advance. If I can do anything for you, let me know. I'm here for you. Here's my, and then you put your, my cell phone number is, you can call me at or text me at, whatever. You can post your information, and you can do that. You do this, you put it on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook. You can email it out with, you can upload it to YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel, you can email it out to all your personal circle. You can embed it with a YouTube embed on your email, or you can use BombBomb if you're using BombBomb. However you do it, get the word out. Now, here's who I learned this from. In my challenge, the 100-day List Master Challenge, which that is not, if you're wondering about that, that is not open. We only do that twice a year. The next one will not be until 2018, so that's down the road. But you don't have to wait till then to do the strategy. Jerry Weaver in Canton, Michigan. He's not brand new now, but he was pretty brand new when he started this. Been in the business less than a year. And I told him, I want you to call every person you know in your personal circle, everybody in your vortex, and I want you to ask them, who do you know that's looking to buy or sell in the next 100 days that I can help? That was the assignment. So Jerry was sitting at a restaurant where he does breakfast, and he saw a help wanted sign sitting in the window. So he goes outside the restaurant, he sits in a chair with the help wanted sign right next to him, and he says, hey everybody, it's Jerry Weaver here, and I'm just sitting here, and he tells us, I'm sitting here in front of this restaurant, it's awesome, if you want great food, they got great food, but I just noticed this help wanted sign, and it made me think, I need your help. And then he said, I'm in a challenge, and I'm looking to help 20 families in the next whatever, in the next 100 days, looking to buy or sell or invest in real estate. No kidding, out of that one video, he got 4 listings, and in the next 37 days, the first 37 days of this, he took 5 total listings from that basic video. 5 listings. Like 4 of them in the next 2 weeks, but 5 listings in 37 days. In the last year, before that, in the previous year, he had taken 3 listings in the entire year because he hadn't been talking to the people that he knew. He just assumed that if they needed him, they would call him. And he hadn't understood this. But what he did with the video was he turned his database into a word-of-mouth marketing team, and boom, he started getting phone calls, he started getting text messages, he started getting emails, and he took 5 listings from those people and people they referred to him in the next 37 days. This year, that was a year before. I was last year, I guess, 2016. I don't remember if it was 2016, but right now, this year, last year, he had his first six-figure income ever in his life. And this year, he is on track for over 70 transactions and, 250, 300, I don't know what it is, but it's a lot of money in Canton, Michigan. And all because he understood and leveraged the power of the Vortex. So that is the ask strategy. Use a video and say, hey, I need your help. Who do you know? So looking to buy or sell. Let them, and give them a time frame. Say, I've made a commitment, or I'm in this challenge to do this in the next 100 days, or this summer, 20 people, 10 people, whatever number you want to do that matches your goals, and you put the word out there. So that's the ask strategy. The second strategy that I want to share with you today is what I call the add value strategy. The add value strategy. And here's how it works. It is an Instagram strategy. I can't use my cell phone because it's on Facebook Live. Hey guys, on Facebook Live, if you want to be able to ask questions, come join us over on yesmasters.com/live. The much better audio and video quality because I'm wired with a good mic on our main stream, the live stream that we're doing through yesmasters.com/live. You're welcome to keep watching us there. But anyway, here's the strategy. And this is it was a little bit of a shift off of a strategy that I already teach in the Vortex. But the guy that I learned this from is Aaron Downs. So Russ Downs. Aaron and Russ are a couple in Jersey City, two of my coaching members, and it's his second year in the business and her third year in the business. They will do probably over $1 million this year in their third year in real estate. And the reason is because they have leveraged the Vortex better than almost anybody I've ever worked with. Unbelievable. They do it every single day. They're adding people to their word of mouth marketing team. And so here's how he did it. He went into there was a new coffee shop there in Jersey City, a new, mom and pop coffee shop open. He goes in there, gets a latte or whatever, and he likes it. So he goes in there 2 or 3 days. And then one day he gets the latte, and I'm using my water bottle here because I need a drink. Excuse me. So he goes outside of the coffee shop, and he takes the coffee cup that's got the logo of the shop, and he takes a selfie with it, and he says, if you want a great cup of Joe or a great cup of coffee, come here to Joe's coffee shack or whatever the name of the business was. He takes it and he goes back in, talks to the owner, and I'm going to put this on Instagram. Can I tag you in it? And he hashtags it with the company name and so forth. The owner is sitting there going like, oh, this is so awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. So Russ posts it on his Instagram. He's getting all these likes and hearts on it. And the owner is like crazy about it. And the owner says, thank you so much for doing that. They have a conversation going. He knows that Russ is doing his real estate. And he says, hey, I have somebody that's looking to buy or sell. I can't remember who it was. But anyway, he gave him an immediate referral. And I think it was a close family member. I don't remember who it was, but he went out and got a listing directly, immediately from that one Instagram photo. Now, I want you to think about how can you get in with local business owners? And you talk about how would we normally, what would a normal realtor, an average realtor, how would they have gone into a new coffee shop to get business? Here's how we would do it. We go in and say, hi, is the owner of the coffee shop here? Yeah. Hi, my name's Kevin. Hi, he's Joe. Hi, Joe. Hey, I'm a local real estate agent, and I'm pretty awesome. And I was wondering if I could take and put my business cards on your counter here so that when people come and buy your coffee, that they would see my picture on my card and they would take it home and frame it so that when they needed a great agent, they would call me and I can make money off of your counter. Would that be okay with you? Really? But that's what so many agents do. And you walk into the local mom and pop shops in your town, in your city, and it doesn't matter whether it's rural, suburban, or urban. This is downtown Jersey City. And he goes into, and what they do is Russ and Aaron go in and they connect with local business owners. And they don't ask for business. They don't want to say, can we put our cards on your counter? Would you help us make money? No, they go in and say, hey, we love your place here. We love your business. And we post it on Instagram and say, you want a great cup of coffee? Come here. And you are promoting that business owner's business. You are adding value. So this is what I call the adding value strategy. If you want to make more money, how about this? Add more value. See, the fastest way to make more money is not trying to make more money. The fastest way of making more money is learning to add more value, to be more and do more that serves and helps other people. That, my friends, is the power of the Vortex, because now, instead of me chasing the deal and hoping that I can throw my business cards, and I'll just throw enough business cards out there and I leave them sticking in enough places, and I'll stick them on bulletin boards and I stick them up on billboards and pay for that. And I'm just hoping that somebody will see me and they'll go like, whoa, what a good looking guy or what a good looking girl with your little glamour shot, and they're gonna call you. How about this? How about going in and really doing something that promotes somebody else's business and adding value to them? And then saying, hey, by the way, when you know somebody looking to buy or sell real estate, do you have a fabulous go-to agent? And they're gonna go like, yeah, you know, I know a lot of agents, but I don't know if I've got a fabulous one. I certainly don't have a go-to one. Great, let me be your go-to agent. And they go like, sure. Now, what I just did, and I want you to understand here, people, this is not the end. This is, if you go back, all we just did is connected. And then when we added value to them, we started positioning ourselves as somebody that has value to them in their life. But now they want to help you because you helped them. That's the power of positioning. But if you walk away and you never connect with them again, nothing's going to come of it. So what Russ does is he goes into that coffee shop every week. You don't have to go every week. If it's a business, you may go once a month. They're not going to forget about you. You add value to somebody. You post one of their a photo of their business or one of their things, and you can't just do a Yelp review. I love Yelp reviews. They're awesome. You can do that because, by the way, when you do a Yelp review at a restaurant, do it before you leave. Okay, another little strategy here. Do it while you're still sitting there. And what happens is, if the owner or whoever owns the Yelp account, if they are there, it gives them a notification that they just got a 5-star review. Okay? And if you're there, you can literally tell the server, hey, I just posted a 5-star review. I hope somebody gets it. And they're going to go, oh, hang on. And they go back there, and out comes the owner, and he goes like, hey, guys, you just posted a 5-star review. Thank you so much for doing that. You literally added value to them, but you did it in a way that allowed you to now connect with them and not just make them go, oh, cool, I got a 5-star review. You leverage that act of kindness on your part, adding value to them, to create a connection. Now, again, it's not, if you connect and you only talk to them one time and then never talk to them again, they're going to forget about you. Now you've got to go to the next step, and that is you have to position yourself as their go-to realtor. And all this comes back to these 3 ahas worth millions of dollars. Focus on the client's lifetime value, focus on top-of-mind awareness, and focus on building a word-of-mouth marketing team. Guys, here's what the Real Estate Vortex is. The Real Estate Vortex that we're talking about building is a way to revolutionize your business, to revolutionize your money, and most important is to revolutionize your life. Now, I want to get kind of heart to heart for just a second here. One of the biggest challenges that a lot of you are having right now is that you are still negotiating your success. You're still negotiating with, yeah, but, oh, I know I need to do this, but, oh, there's just, and you're negotiating with yourself instead of saying, you know what, what's happening right now in my life, what's happening right now in my business is not okay. If you are not experiencing the level of abundance in your life, if you're not experiencing the business and the finances in your life right now, and you're full-time in real estate, my friend, what are you going to do about it? Does that make sense? We treat it as if it's, well, yeah, I know, but, and we treat it as if it's kind of like a preferred alternative. I would like to be doing better. When the reality is, this right now, this is life and death. Where you are today, September 20th, 2017, sitting in your car, in your office, on your couch, wherever you are right now is a life and death decision. If you are not having the lifestyle that you want, if you are not making the money that you want, if your business does not have the stability that you want in it, and you're working too many hours and getting too little results, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? That's the real question. What are you going to do about it? Stop negotiating with like, yeah, well, I know I need to do this, but. How long are you going to stay like that? So what I want to do is, if you're listening right now and you go, you know what, Kevin is right. I got to do something. I've been grinding it out, or I've been stuck here spinning around with no vortex. There's no pull. I'm just spinning around like a chicken with my head cut off, and nothing's happening, and I'm not creating. Or maybe you've been selling real estate for years and you're still just staying above broke. You may be doing 100 deals a year, watching this and going like, yeah, but I don't have a life. Well, are you okay with that? How many more years are you going to do that? And then when you start getting older and or something happens and you're like, now I can't do 100 deals, and now I've got all this overhead and this expensive lifestyle and I can't afford to keep it, and now I've got to start downsizing. Downsizing is not most people's dream, just saying. What are you going to do about it? And so with that, if you're listening today and going like, you know what, I need to do something about it. Well, I'm going to give you something you can do about it right now. And that is, I'm going to invite you to join me at the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp, October 16th through the 18th in Los Angeles, California. It's coming up in 4 weeks from last Monday. So the end of it will be 4 weeks from today. October the 16th through the 18th in Los Angeles, where we're going to take everything that I've covered with you guys today, and we're going to break it down into every single part, every system, every strategy, every skill that you need, the mindset that you need to help you take and implement this business model that will help you develop a high 6 or 7 figure income with more profit, more days off, highly profitable, and let you have the life that you want. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not for everyone. This is for people who are interested in mastery, who are interested in building a business. If you're just interested in making a few deals, you don't need me, and you don't need the Vortex. But if you're interested in building a business that is powerful, that is sustainable, that is based on Mother Nature's model of power, of stability, and of something that operates with almost no resistance, it's the Vortex. And I'm going to share with you, and I've been doing this, this will be the 4th year that we've done the Real Estate Vortex. We've sold out every single year. Well, I'm sure we'll sell out again this year. I want to invite you to come do it. And we're doing something different this year. Last year, the cheapest price we offered was to our coaching members, and it was $497 to come. For everybody else, it was $997. We did an intro offer, I think, for $497. But today I want to do something special for you guys. We've actually created 3 different pricing options for you. So below at the bottom of this screen, you don't have to go there yet, but you can go there in a second. At the bottom of this screen, below the chat roll, there is a button that says, forget all the details, click on the button below, and it says register now. So when you click on that, it's going to take you to a screen. There's going to be a video that's going to talk a little bit about the Vortex Training Camp. It's going to have what some other agents are saying that have attended a previous one. And you're going to scroll down, and it's going to have your 3 options here. All right. This is the $197 option is if you want a ticket. And this is just for $197. You get to come to the event. You're going to spend 3 days with me, October 16th, 17th, and 18th. And I am going to help you flesh out everything you need to start building a high 6 or 7 figure income with more profit and more days off and more life. You're going to get the ticket. That ticket full price is $997. You're going to get the complete Real Estate Vortex Training Manual. Now here is last year's Vortex Training Manual. The other one, this year's, is at the printer right now. The new one, this year's, is over twice the content of last year's. We have put in so many new strategies and so much more content on mindset, on skills, on strategies, on systems, that it is all there, that just the manual alone, just the content in the manual alone would be worth $197. You get the complete Real Estate Vortex Training Manual. You get all the marketing resources. You get a private pre-training camp Facebook group that you're going to be invited to join this week, that over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to be in there every week training you, and I'm going to start answering questions, and I'm going to be giving you coaching right now to help you start preparing, not only preparing for the training camp, but help you start right now building your word of mouth marketing team, building your Vortex, and starting to make money. Also, this week only, when you register, you're going to get lifetime access to my newest online course called Personality Speaking. It's a new course I recorded earlier this year on how to communicate, how to master communication and influence by adapting and understanding other people's personality styles. So it's learning how to really connect with people who aren't exactly like you. You know how you hit it off with some people and you don't hit it off with others? This course goes deep into how do you understand how people communicate and learn to connect with them automatically and instantly based on how they like to communicate, so that there's that automatic magnetic attraction. And you're going to get that course. It sells for $249 online. You're going to get that as a bonus today for free when you sign up to come to the event. So this is, if you just want to come spend 3 days with me, and you're like, I need this. It's $197 to come spend 3 days with me. Now, everything that I do is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So there is no risk. If you come to this event, my promise to you is this will be the best real estate training event you have ever attended in your life. And if you don't believe that, or you don't believe the value is there, all you do is come up to us at the event and say, you know what, I don't think it's worth my money. Can I have a refund? And we'll give you a full 100%, no questions asked refund. Okay, and that does, and even whether you buy the ticket, whether you buy any one of the packages, if you get this package or the VIP package, same thing, 100% money back guarantee if you don't believe it's the best training you've ever had in your life. So this is the entry level package. Now, the online, the $597 package is everything that you get with the personal, just your event ticket, but it also includes lifetime access to the entire Real Estate Vortex online 6-week training course. So we have a new, just this last year, we created a brand new course called the Real Estate Vortex Online Training. It is a 6-week course. There's over 50, there's actually, I think, 57 step-by-step deep dive training modules on how to break down every single thing in the Real Estate Vortex. Every single strategy that we teach, every system, every skill, it is all there. That regularly sells by itself for $997 online. $997 is the price for the online course. You're going to get 2 tickets. Where does it say? You actually get 2 tickets. So you get a ticket for you and a partner ticket to come to the event, and you get lifetime access to the online course, and you also get everything else that's included in this, including the personality speaking online course bonus for only $597. Now, the only caveat that I need to let you know about on this is when you buy this, we know you're coming. If you're bringing a partner ticket, there's a $49 registration fee for them, just so we know you're actually bringing a partner, because we need to know so we know how many seats we have left, and when we sell out, then we have to stop that. So when you give us when the partner for them to come is a $49 registration fee, that just lets us know they're committed to coming, right? So that's $597 for you to come. You get your ticket, plus you get lifetime access to the online course. You get all the other stuff from the other one, and you get a partner tuition waiver that you can bring them for only $49 if you want to bring a partner with you. Or you can get the VIP package, which is all of this, and you get to come to the event as a VIP. Now with the VIP, here's what happens. Number one, on Sunday, the day before the event October 16th through the 18th, Monday through Wednesday, on Sunday, I have a mini mastermind. It's 2.5 to 3, 2 hours. I do a 2-hour mini mastermind on Sunday night for my inner circle and my VIP members. Now, my inner circle members are my highest level members who all have 6-figure incomes, several of them over $500,000 a year. These are my top coaching agents. And the VIPs, you get to come spend a couple of hours with me on Sunday evening, and I do some bonus training and Q&A for that. So you get to come spend extra time with me. You also get early entry every day in the morning, and after lunch you get to come in before everyone else, so you get upfront seating, and we have a Q&A session every morning. You get to come in 10 minutes before everybody else, and we do Q&A, which is me and the VIPs. And then for the Monday and Tuesday, you get 2 days of executive catered lunch with me at the hotel. And so at lunch, you come in, we serve you a hot buffet lunch, and then I come in and we do Q&A, and so you get about 30 to 45 minutes of Q&A with me on Monday and Tuesday. So you get that extra thing, plus you get a bonus partner ticket as well, and everything else, and you also get a personally autographed copy of the Book of Yes included. This is where people that want to be the best in the world hang out. It's kind of like flying first class. The first class section, when you fly first class, you never want to go back to coach again, because it's where you're hanging out with the best people. You get to associate with them, you're networking with the other VIPs, with my inner circle members, it's the best place to hang out. $897, again, 100% satisfaction guarantee. So right now, what I want you to do is I want you to think about your life and go like, is your life right now where you want it to be? Is your business right now where you want it to be? If not, I want you to scroll down and I want you to click on the button below and you pick the option that is best for you. And I want you to register right now. Now, I have total confidence in asking you to register right now. Why? Because here's what I'm going to promise you. Not only are you going to learn a lot about real estate and you're going to learn some great strategies, skills, and systems to implement and make this happen in your business, but here's what I also promise you, is that spending 3 days in a room full of people that are committed to their own greatness and committed to mastery, you come spend 3 days locked in a room with me, it will change your life. That is my absolute promise. It will absolutely change your life. I make that promise at every single event that I do because I'm not here to teach you gimmicks. I'm not here just to get your money. I am here, what I'm committed to is your success. That's what I want more than anything else. When you come to Real Estate Vortex Training Camp, with the online and the training camp, you're going to get so much stuff. You'll discover how to program your mindset for high achievement, wealth, and personal fulfillment, how to build that word-of-mouth marketing team, how to maintain that top-of-mind awareness for massive repeat and referral business. We're going to give you the 7 key systems, and we're going to break it down step by step, the 7 key systems of building $1 million business, how to avoid the 5 most costly marketing mistakes that real estate agents make where you waste all of your money. How to get local business owners, how to get builders, home builders, new home builders, how to get developers, make you their go-to agent. Wouldn't you like to be the go-to agent for the builders in your community? How about for the business owners, business leaders? I just shared with you one simple Instagram strategy on how to get a coffee shop owner to give you business. But we're going to flesh out multiple ways to help you become the go-to agent for business owners, business leaders, and community leaders in your market. How to build a team to leverage your time starting right now. Even if you're a brand new agent, I'm going to teach you how to start building your team immediately so that you're not having to do all the work. And you'll be able to do it within your budget and highly, highly profitable. How to do more deals with fewer clients by turning homeowners into investors. Again, another killer strategy. I want to teach you how to build a pool of investors and cash buyers that give you so much leverage in different ways to do that, and how to become financially free in 5 to 10 years and implement a plan to achieve it. One thing we have not had any time to talk about on this webcast is that at the Vortex Training Camp, we train you on how to, we start you on a path to actually create financial freedom. Now, I want to just say a couple other things, then we're going to take a quick break because I need to get a drink of water and catch my breath, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do about 15 to 20 minutes of live Q&A. So right now, number one, go register. Get yourself registered today. Then once you do that, you're going to get emails with the links to get your hotel room. The registration, we've got great rates for room rates at the Westin. It's at the Westin Los Angeles International Airport, the Westin Hotel here on Century Boulevard in Los Angeles. It's a great venue. It's just an awesome place to be, awesome place to stay. And it's going to be awesome. So go right now, click on that and register. And if you're still sitting on the fence on it, I'm going to do one thing right now to help you get off the fence. And here's what it is. If all this training program did was get the people you already know to giving your business, if it just helped you stop losing leads and referrals and helping them from falling through the cracks and they're using somebody else and you're finding out about it later, if it helped you to get one more referral a month from people that you already know, and it turned every transaction into another transaction now, if literally all it did was give you one more deal a month, would it be worth $997, which is the regular retail price just for the online course? Would it be worth $1,000? If it only gave you one extra deal a month that you're missing right now, what would that be worth to you? $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000? And my promise is it'll be worth a whole lot more than that if you're willing to execute. If you're not willing to click on the button below and invest in yourself and in your business, none of this is going to happen. And you may, if you're sitting there thinking right now, I need to think about it, you got to understand something, my friend. This right now is life and death for many of you. And here's what I mean by this. Right now, you have dreams that you want to achieve that you're not achieving. And if you don't take action right now, your life is passing you by, and 10 years from now and 20 years from now, you're still going to be looking around going like, oh, well, I really didn't need that anyway. And your dreams are dying even as we speak. Your life is passing you by, and there are promises that you've made to your children. You promised them this. You promised them that you would pay for their way through college. You promised them vacations. You promised them stuff. You promised your kids you would be there for their soccer games, and you're missing them because you're trying to make money. And you think it's just a matter of preference. And I'm telling you, it's life and death. Some of you right now, you're so busy and you're so much in the grind, your marriage is falling apart. And I want to tell you, whatever you think it costs to attend an event, I've been divorced. It costs a whole lot more. That's what happened. In 2000, I sold 108 homes, and I got a divorce. See, that's life and death. I thought it was about making money. No. It's about your life. And so I'm not just interested in you selling more houses. I'm interested in you building a profitable and sustaining business that will let you have the life that you want. And when you come to the Real Estate Vortex training camp, what we're going to do is we're going to work on building a business that builds your life. We're going to work on all the elements that go into that, from here inside of you, from your mind to your body, to your focus, to your understanding of finances, to your emotions, to your daily work habits, to your strategies, to your systems, the whole thing. We're going to work on that to help you be great and to help you have the lifestyle that you want. So what I want you to do right now, go ahead and register. And then for those of you that have questions, if you have questions about the event, if you have questions about the online course, or if you have questions about any of the strategies, any of the stuff we've covered right now, I want you to go in there and start typing in the questions. We're going to take a break so I can rest my throat, get a drink of water, and we'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes. I've got a video for you to watch. So the video is 6 minutes long. We're going to take a 6-minute break and then come back, be right here. I'll be back in 6 minutes, and we're going to start answering your question in 6 minutes. Watch this video. Register for the event. I'll see you in October. You could add 50 to 100 deals a year to your business in the next 24 to 36 months with more days off, highly profitable, and spending less than 5% on marketing. Would that change your life? Welcome to the Real Estate Vortex, because that's exactly what agents are doing with this revolutionary framework and the powerful systems of the Real Estate Vortex that bring you a constant flow of business. How do you build a word-of-mouth marketing team that generates a constant flow of business without spending a fortune on unpredictable marketing that generates tons of so-called leads that really lead nowhere?
Hi, my name is Joe Sergis, and I'm from here, Los Angeles, California. I'm at Kevin Ward's Real Estate Vortex training. But Kevin's trainings are different. He has a different way of putting things together that make it a little more friendly, and he's got different procedures and systems to help your business grow.
Hi, I'm Melissa Rosario, and I'm from Alexandria, Virginia. I'm here at the Real Estate Vortex, Kevin Ward's seminar, to reinforce what I've been learning. This is my probably 5th seminar I've had with Kevin Ward. The 2nd time I've come to the Real Estate Vortex. Most of my business is referral based, and with his training, my business has doubled since last year.
How do you build a business without constantly having to be chasing the next deal? How can you generate repeat and referral business without sounding desperate and without having to constantly feel like you're bugging your friends? And even if you don't have a large database, how can you create a profitable 7-figure business that constantly attracts business to you and do all of this while having a lifestyle that you love?
I'm here at the Kevin Ward Vortex training session, and I have to say to anyone looking to not just step up their real estate game, but to totally ramp up the game of their life, you get to see Kevin Ward ASAP.
I'm a relatively new agent, and there was a lot of information on there that just struck me as stuff that I hadn't heard from anybody else. The things that I've learned are really being a service to people, adding value instead of just looking for the next listing. And what really struck me about Kevin and actually being here live is just how genuine he is and passionate about the work that we do.
Welcome to the Real Estate Vortex training camp, where we'll spend 3 days mastering the Vortex in these following areas. First, mastering the mindset that is required to attract people to you over and over again to build a high 6 and 7-figure income. How do you connect with people in an environment when trust is low and resistance is high? What are the strategies to win clients without having to be pushy or salesy? And marketing strategies that will literally give you a 20x ROI and make people want to find referrals for you. You're gonna learn systems that will allow you to position yourself as people's go-to agent without feeling like you're having to harass your friends nonstop.
My name's Philip Nunez. I'm with Keller Williams here in Los Angeles, California. I've been coming to Kevin Ward's events for the last 3 years. I've implemented a lot of his material. It's helped me tremendously. This Vortex is actually really special because most of my business is referral business, and I can say that a lot of it has come because I've structured my business in the way he's suggested that we do. So.
Hey, my name is Emil Ayub. I'm from San Diego, California. This is my 3rd Kevin Ward event. The best thing about Kevin and his training, because I've been in other coaching programs, I've gone to a lot of other real estate training events, and the thing about Kevin is he keeps it real. When you're listening to other trainers and coaches, in the back of your mind, you kind of feel that you're being a little salesy, maybe a little pushy. With him, he understands communication and effective language and really takes those things to the next level so that you can really lower other people's resistance, have more influence, and actually want them to do business with you and to say yes to you. And that's the one thing that I really love about Kevin and his training.
We're gonna master the skills to inspire people to hire you and to only want to work with you without having to use any hard closes. How do you create a step-by-step business model that delivers the best results for every client every single time so that repeat and referral business becomes the norm for you and everybody wants to refer everybody they know to you? And finally, how do you leverage the successes that you're having so that you never have to start over at zero in your business, not knowing where your next deal is coming from? And then through all of that, to build a business and an income that lets you have the lifestyle that you love, the lifestyle that you want. Because no one gets into real estate just to sell a lot of houses. We also got in because we wanted to have a life. And you can have that kind of business, that kind of success that allows you to have the lifestyle that you want, the income that you want, the time control that you want without depending on the latest technology trends in a way that's bulletproof to the changes that happen in the market, changes that happening in marketing strategies, and changes that happen in economic downturns. You can have that kind of business that will give you that kind of lifestyle and live into your greatness and always expect yes. I'll see you at the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp. Yes! Are we back on? We're back on. Hey everybody, we are back on live. Let me just jump down here onto so I've got my chat roll here, trying to look at some questions, and my team's made sure I got a couple of questions. So if you guys have any question about anything we've covered, anything I can help with your business, that's what it's here for now, so you can post those questions before. We had over nearly 1,000 people watching us on Facebook, and some of you have come over and joined us online, so congratulations for those of you that have stuck around. Congratulations to those of you that have taken action and signed up to join me at the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp in Los Angeles. By the way, if you're negotiating with yourself right now and going like, I don't know how I can afford to do it. If you are having a hard time figuring out how to pay for it, you can't afford not to come because you don't ever want to be in that position again. And I remember signing up for events when I was starting my coaching company and not knowing how I was going to pay for the way, but I made a decision. I had to do it. And if you figure out, you decide, you commit, I have to do this, then the how to do it will show up. But you first have to take the action and commit and say, I'm doing it. Commitment always precedes the way. You figure out what you have to do, and the way to do it will show up. That is literally law number 1 from Napoleon Hill in The Master Key to Riches on having a definite major purpose. When you commit to something and you're decisive about it, the how will show up. You'll figure it out. Think and grow rich. That's how you do it. All right. So if you are, guest 1451, hi guest 1451, if you are not able to travel, is there a way to purchase the Vortex class in any form? Okay, so first, it's not a class, it's a training camp. And the reason, the difference is classes are where we get information. Training camps is where you get transformation. So we change your life, we change your business, we change your mind, we change your body, we change your actions, your behavior, we change your beliefs, we change your behaviors, we change your body, and we change your mind. So that's what a training camp is. Is there a way you can get it if you can't travel? No, you can't get the training camp. What you can get is the online course. So that middle option on the registration page that gives you for $597, that gives you lifetime access to the online course. Now the online course is awesome. It covers a lot of the stuff we will not even have time to cover at the training camp. Because the training camp, they just are different types of training. One is training on how-to, systems and strategies. So that's their online course. The skill set, the mindset, we do some of that online on the videos, but we do a lot more of that in depth, just things that I can do with you personally when you're at the event, because we keep the events relatively small so that I can really look you in the eye. I can get to actually talk to you. And so that's what happens there. But for $597, you can sign up for the online course. You still get the 2 tickets. If you can't use the ticket this year but want to use it next year, then next year we'll honor the 2 tickets that you've got. There'll be a $49 registration fee for you and the partner ticket. That way we just know who's coming. But we will let you defer to next year if you have to. Now, only if you have to. If it's a matter of inconvenience, get here. And I am so passionate about this because I know what happens to real estate agents that come to my event and take action. It changes their life. It changes your finances, changes your life. So that's what will happen. Next question. How much from guest 3976? Well, I love the fact that you guys are so putting yourself out there. How much is the hotel and is the event at the airport location? Yes, so it's at the Westin Hotel LAX, which is the Los Angeles International Airport. So it's the Westin Hotel that's right next to the airport on Century Boulevard. The room rates are $159 a night. Elena, can you confirm for me? Is she in there? Are they in the back? Oh, they're in the back office. It's $159 a night. It's a great hotel. It's a great price for Los Angeles around the airport. It's a great price. And because we start early and go late, you want to be at the hotel. It's just the best place. You get the best networking. You're there from bell to bell and so forth. And you get a special link for that discount room rate of $159. But that room block will fill up. And so that room rate, you'll need to get that done here in the next week or so. Adam Lancaster. Hey, Adam. Adam's from Tampa, Florida, one of my coaching members. And just got hammered by the hurricane. Glad you're okay, man. I've attended all your other events this year. Does this event go deeper into the training material than the others do? Since this is my first year, because I've been chasing the turbo leads, but I know a deep dive into the Vortex to take me to $1 million business. Well, I think, Adam, you just answered your own question. Does it go deeper than into the training material? This is a different training material than the other training camps. So the Double Your Listing Power training camp focuses primarily on getting listings and selling them. It focuses on that. The FX Extreme training camp focuses on for sell by owners and expireds, how to master them. The Vortex teaches you how to take all of that and pull them into a business model that will make you rich. So yes, it is much, much more. And we'll have people that this will be their 4th Real Estate Vortex training camp to come to. They come to every one because, 1, every time you come back, you learn stuff new because you're different. And 2, I'm better because this is what I do. I do 2 things in my life. I train you and I train myself. So I am constantly studying and learning. And plus, with my Inner Circle Mastermind, I'm learning from them. That, the strategy that I taught you, both the 2 strategies I taught you today, I taught the strategies that those grew out of. But with technology, when I was selling home back in the 1900s, when I started, we didn't have video and really didn't ever use video in my marketing because it just wasn't the thing. YouTube wasn't even around. I started my YouTube channel in 2010, And by then, I was no longer actively selling real estate. I was coaching and training. So things have changed. So we're learning not only from me, I'm learning from other agents that are making $500,000 a year or more, that these guys are putting it out there, and we're learning from them, and we're training you on the best of the best. So every time you come to a training camp of mine, I make the promise it will be the best one you've ever been to. And it will never be a waste of time. And there will be repeat stuff, of course, and sometimes there's going to be repeat stuff. But I don't ever think Tom Brady ever looked at training camp and said, well, I'm not going to go this year because we always do the same stuff. You know, like I just drop back and throw passes. Right. That's called mastery. Tom Brady, who threw 3 touchdowns last Sunday in the first quarter, okay, after winning his 5th Super Bowl, and he's like an old man now. He still flies out to Orange County regularly, Orange County, California, all the way from New England. He flies out to Orange County, California to work with his throwing coach, Tom House, his mechanics coach. His mechanics coach teaches him how to do footwork and how to throw a football. I think he kind of knows how to throw a football by now, right? No, he still learns. He still has a coach. He still goes every single month. Why? Because he's committed to being the best in the world. And that's what pros do. Amateurs, they go once, they go, I got it, and then they go off and they play the game. But pros continue the training. To them, the training is the most important work that they do, right? That's the difference between a pro and an amateur. So I hope that answers your question, Adam, and I will see you in October. Teresa SRQ. I don't know what SRQ stands for. Let's make something up. Teresa, sweet, rich queen. How about that? Super rich queen. How about strong? Rich is the only good R word I can think of, but anyway, and queen is the only good Q word I can think of. But Teresa, question, can you give a script or a gesture to re-engage past customers? Oh, this is a good one. So this is the Book of Yes scripts. By the way, a lot of you have the Book of Yes, which is my #1 bestseller on the Book of Yes, and it is most of my scripts. By the way, when you come to the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp, in the new Vortex manual, I don't hold this is last year's, but the new one that I will hold in my hand a week from now will be scripts that I have never before published on for people building relationships and people that you know and how to win with people you know. So it's going to be scripts that have never been published before that you're not going to get in the Book of Yes. But Teresa's script, yes, it is in the Book of Yes. It is on page, if you have a copy of the Book of Yes, it is on page, right here. It is on page 35, right there, page 35. Can you guys see that? Page 35 of the Book of Yes. Now, when you come to the training camp, you're going to get the downloads. In fact, when you bought this, if you went to the bonus section, there's a link on how to get bonus training. Then you also got the download of the entire Book of Yes scripts where you get them on PDF, which is much easier to use because it's the full script on a page, and it's page 2. So it's the very first page of scripts because page 1 is prospecting scripts. Page 2, and it's right here on optional icebreaker if you haven't talked to them in a while. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about this because this is really, really important. And basically, here's how it goes. You haven't talked to somebody in a while, and you say, hey, Teresa, I call you up, and hey, Teresa, it's Kevin Ward. How's it going? You go, it's going great. Awesome. Hey, listen, I've been thinking about you. I've been meaning to call you for a while, and I decided today I was just going to pick up the phone and call you. So how are you doing? I'm doing great. Awesome. Well, listen, the 2 reasons I'm calling. One is just to reconnect, and second is kind of a business call. Do you have a quick minute? Yeah, I have a quick minute. Great. And then I'm going to go into the personal circle script was, who do you know is looking to buy or sell that I can help? Now, if you haven't talked to them in a long time and they were like a friend or whatever, the first conversation may just be friendship. Here's what you need to do. If you're going to say, hey, so how are you doing? Great. Hey, listen, the main reason for my call today is because I need your help. Do you have a quick minute? Now, what I did with that question is I just told them the truth, and I told it to them fast. And that is, I'm calling because I need help. I want to know who you know that I can help. I'm asking for business. If you wait and you have this 10-minute conversation about how are the kids, how's life, how's your husband, how's work, how's everything going, awesome, great, well, it's great to talk to you. By the way, who do you know that I can help? Then they feel like you just bait and switched them. That you called me to act like you just wanted to be friends again. And then the real motivation came out, and that is you're just looking for business. And so you end the conversation, now they're mad, okay? So if you're gonna, when you call them, you wanna always put the business side of the conversation out first because it's straightforward and it's honest. And now you go like, awesome, well listen, if you run across anybody looking to buy or sell, let me know, okay, great. So hey, you mentioned your husband, da-da-da-da. Now you can have a conversation if you want, right? Or you can say, hey, I wanna hear more about your kid and his, trying to make it on the soccer team. Why don't you give me a call some evening this week and let's catch up? Now, what I just did was a couple of things. One, I showed that I was genuinely interested in them. Two, I deferred the call to later because right now I'm working. So I'm prospecting. This is prospecting time when you're talking to people asking for business. So now I'm deferring the conversation. Hey, let's catch up later. Number three is I put the ball in their court. And I said, hey, why don't you call me later some evening this week and let's catch up. So instead of me saying, hey, I'll call you some evening this week and putting the ball in your court, now you got the pressure on you. And if you don't call them, you're a liar because you said you'd call and you didn't. So when you say, hey, why don't you call me, you're putting the ball in their court, and then they'll either call you or they won't, and then you can decide whether you want to initiate the conversation or not. Awesome, awesome question. All right, let me see. Did we have any other questions? Don't know for sure if my guest is available. Can I add them in a few days for the X49? David Shelton. Hey, David, yes, absolutely. If the $49, until we sell out, as long as we have room, you can sign up your partners. So just do it in the next week or so. Everything's cool. But it's not like a deadline. You're going to get an email. If you just registered now, you should get an email shortly with the link. I think that's how they do it. My team takes care of all this, and they'll send you the link for your partner ticket, and you can pay for it, or you can have your partner pay for it. Either way, for the $49. But if you don't know yet if they can come or not, then yes, you can. You don't have to do it today. Just don't put it off because I don't want us to sell out and then they can't come. Guest 549. Hi, Kevin. It took me 3 months to find a workable farm. Now that I'm at door knocking there, I noticed a particular agent dominating the area. They also happen to be top agent. Do I keep going in that farm that I highly organized into 350 homes? It's not for the faint of heart, door knocking. Thanks, Victoria. Hi, Victoria. So Victoria Clemens, great question. So number one, understand that farming is a trickle lead generation method. So when you look at remember the Vortex that we showed a while ago, it's a trickle lead. So that means it takes time, all right? If you're going to do a geographic farm, my recommendation is you do more than just door knocking, that you also do a monthly mailer with something of value, typically a market update, homes that have sold in the neighborhood and so forth, and say, hey, would you like a free CMA? Call me. So you're talking to people and they're getting something in the mail from you, then even if they don't answer the door, they're still getting something from you. And when they do answer the door and they've been getting something in the mail from you, they recognize you. So make sure your face is on it and all that. So they make the connection, because the key is when you're just random door knocking, like a geographic farm, they really don't know why you're knocking on their door. There's no reason for you to knock on their door other than you chose this geographic farm randomly to knock on their door. And they're like, why are you knocking on my door? So you've got to take the time to establish some connection, establish some relationship. Now, here is the magic. And I've got one of my Inner Circle coaching members, Alex Kaliliford, that this is how he built his business, was with a geographic farming model. And he did it in a condominium building where he couldn't even go knock on their doors because no soliciting allowed in a condo building. So, but that was what he chose. And so he just sent them something in the mail, like when he started, every single week. Well, they're like, who is this guy? And over time, then he starts and he puts reasons for them to call him, and he gets, when he connects with somebody, when they actually called him or emailed him, he immediately took action to build the relationship. This is the magic. When you are doing a lead generation strategy with people you do not know, the most important thing is get a relationship with them. That's what you want. I want a relationship with them. Because if I get a relationship with you and you trust me and you like me, that it doesn't matter whether you're selling a house now or 2 years from now, or if you're buying a house now or not, or if you know somebody or not. What matters is if I position myself as your go-to realtor, whenever I do need to buy or sell, I'm going to call you because we've stayed in touch. You built that relationship. So always think, I'm not interested in 350 people knowing who I am. Because of those 350 of them, 50 of them are already loyal to that top agent, right? That's it. Now, by the way, whenever a top agent dominates a market, if you actually went into the MLS and you pulled up every transaction that's happened in the last 5 years in that subdivision, or the last year or two, however long they've been dominant, I bet you they don't have 20% of the market. 20% market share is insanely dominant. But most top agents, if they have 10% market share, they are considered the top agent in a market. That's huge market share. 10% is big market share. So our perception that they own the market is more of a hallucination than it is reality. So don't freak out and don't worry about it that, oh, there's this dominant agent. Look, 50%, not 50%, 50 of the 350 may like that agent. They know who he is, but he'll have just as many enemies. Sometimes big agents have just as many enemies, he or she, as they have friends. And so, because they've also taken a lot of listings that expired, most of them. So don't worry about it. Those 50, if there's 350 people in your farm and 50 of them are loyal to him, who cares? I'm not interested in those 50. They're not my guy. That's not my people. I'm looking for the 300 that aren't committed to that agent. And that's the opportunity. Now, I want you to think, don't think 300. So I got 350 people. Don't look at this. Let me draw this out for you guys. I don't want you to think, so I've got a farm of 350 people, 350. Okay, that's the farm. Now, 50 of them belong to the other agent. He owns them. You're not gonna get them. So that only leaves you 300. Okay, I don't look, of the 300, how many people in that neighborhood are going to move every year? Well, at the most, it's going to be about 30, right? Well, if all you're trying to do is get 300 people to recognize you, these 30 people that are moving, some are never going to talk to you. They've still got their agent and all of that. And that's going to be very few deals for you, because if you get 10% market share, that's 3. 20% market share is only 6 deals. Not bad, totally cool, but you're going to be working your butt off door knocking this place and sending them mailers all year to get 3 to 6 deals? No, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take that 300, and I'm not looking for the 30 that are moving. I'm looking for 30 people that I can connect with that will become my word of mouth marketing team. And if I take these 30, I don't care when they move. What I care about is those 30 people are looking for business for me, and when they move or they know somebody that's going to move, they're going to refer me, and each of them knows 200 people, and each of those 200 people, 20 of them are going to move that year, and if you could get 1 out of the 20, that means that 30 people could be worth 30 deals for you in a year, because instead of working on recognition, so here's branding, and this is important, guys. Most agents, when they think of marketing, they think of branding themselves. Branding means people see you and they recognize you. Well, if they recognize you, you're going to get about 1 out of 100 to 1 out of 1,000. Somewhere between 1,000, you're going to get 1 out of 1,000 to 1 out of 100, somewhere in that range, because of recognition. That's called branding. But positioning is different. When you focus on positioning, I'm working not on recognition, I'm working on relationship. And this is what's powerful. Because look, you're not the only agent they recognize, right? If you're doing recognition, one, they're not committed to you. There's no loyalty. There's no intimacy. There's no closeness. There's no bond. That's recognition. So maintaining recognition always takes time and money forever. It just does. But a relationship doesn't. Relationship takes no money, and it takes just a little bit of time to maintain a relationship. So you focus on building the relationships. I don't care about the 350, I care about these 30. That's what I'm focusing on. How can I meet 1/10 of the people there that I can, even if I only got 1 out of 20 and I got 15, that would give me a deal a year. That's 15 deals. And now, after a while, I don't have to go knock 350 doors every month. I only got to talk to 15 people every month. And those 15 people, once a year, they're going to give me a deal. And I'm getting 3 to 6 deals from 350 doors. If you guys are still with me, you just learned something very, very profound. Victoria, I hope that makes total sense to you. Let me move on real quick here. I'm going to go two more minutes. Let me get 2 more questions. Would this event be helpful to new agents that may have little exposure on the ins and outs and have never closed a deal? Guest number 6, absolutely yes. Totally 100% yes. Is it going to give you everything you need? No. But there's not any event that I do that gives you everything you need. That's why I do 3 events a year, and that's why I have ongoing coaching. But get here, and you're going to leave so much stronger, and you're going to be starting your business right. And yeah, guaranteed. Guarantee it. Just purchased. It's David Shelton. Super pumped. I'm super pumped too. Let me ask you one more question. Do you believe in doing pop buys or handwritten notes as a way to create top of mind awareness? Or is there anything else you could suggest that we do different than just a phone call? Yes, I believe in all of it. Handwritten notes are great. Pop buys are great. Pop buys, the only thing about pop buys is they take a lot of time. And they're not necessary because most people are so busy that things are changing, my friends. So now a quick video. You can do a video and pop it to them. You can even do an audio text message if you have an iPhone. You can do little audio messages if they have an iPhone. So there's a lot of different ways you can do that to maintain top of mind awareness. Handwritten notes, they're gold because nobody gets them anymore. So when you do, people get them and they're like, oh, I got a card. Look at that. And it's handwritten. I'm special. Nothing validates people like that. So it's awesome. Beautiful. I love Teresa. Thank you. Thank you from Sarasota. Awesome. I'm from Toronto, Canada, new to real estate. Yes, you should come. Vortex program, or should I join some earlier program? No, come to the Vortex. Because look, guys, the online course does not hold a candle to spending 3 days live with me. And it's not about me. It's just that I understand the power of training in person. When you come get an immersion experience for 3 days, it's way, way more powerful. And so whatever it is, wherever it is, I don't care what you're doing in your business, the Vortex is, it's my favorite training camp of the year. And I don't say that about the other courses. This is the best one. And that's the reason we charge more for it. So it's the best one, so come on. And this is a great deal we're giving you right here. All right, guys, could you go through the specific verbiage you ask for the referral? Yes, I'm not going to go through it, Joe. I'm going to tell you it's right here on the Personal Circle script. And what I'll do is, I don't know, I think you can go to yesmasters.com and you can still download some of my free scripts, and this is one of the scripts that you can download for free. Go to yesmasters.com, and I think you can download some of my top free scripts, and it's one of them, and it actually gives you that script. So go to yesmasters.com, and you have to scroll down, and then it'll give you a place to do that, okay? So great job. Guys, great questions. Thank you, and congratulations to those of you that have signed up for the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp. In 4 weeks, I'm going to be seeing you. We'll be inviting you to join our Facebook group for the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp. For the rest of you, join our Yes Masters Real Estate Success community. I'm going to be posting a graphic of the Vortex, as I promised today, and then we'll see you guys down the road. Play to win, always expect yes. And remember, your responsibility is to be the best. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, and you owe it to your clients. So go out there, do it. I'll see you at the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp. Bye, everybody. You could add 50 to 100 deals a year to your business in the next 24 to 36 months with more days off, highly profitable, and spending less than 5% on marketing. Would that change your life? Welcome to the Real Estate Vortex, because that's exactly what agents are doing with this revolutionary framework and the powerful systems of the Real Estate Vortex that bring you a constant flow of business. How do you build a word-of-mouth marketing team that generates a constant flow of business without spending a fortune on unpredictable marketing that generates tons of so-called leads that really lead nowhere?
Hi, my name is Joe Sergis, and I'm from here, Los Angeles, California. I'm at Kevin Ward's Real Estate Vortex training. But Kevin's trainings are different. He has a different way of putting things together that make it a little more friendly, and he's got different procedures and systems to help your business grow.
Hi, I'm Melissa Rosario, and I'm from Alexandria, Virginia. I'm here at the Real Estate Vortex Kevin Ward seminar to reinforce what I've been learning. This is my probably 5th seminar I've had with Kevin Ward. Second time I've come to the Real Estate Vortex. Most of my business is referral based, and with his training, my business has doubled since last year.
How do you build a business without constantly having to be chasing the next deal? How can you generate repeat and referral business without sounding desperate and without having to constantly feel like you're bugging your friends? And even if you don't have a large database, how can you create a profitable 7-figure business that constantly attracts business to you and do all of this while having a lifestyle that you love?
I'm here at the Kevin Ward Vortex training session, and I have to say to anyone looking to not just step up their real estate game, but to totally ramp up the game of their life, you get to see Kevin Ward ASAP.
I'm a relatively new agent, and there was a lot of information on there that just struck me as stuff that I hadn't heard from anybody else. The things that I've learned are really being a service to people, adding value instead of just looking for the next listing. And what really struck me about Kevin and actually being here live is just how genuine he is and passionate about the work that we do.
Welcome to the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp, where we'll spend 3 days mastering the Vortex in these following areas. First, mastering the mindset that is required to attract people to you over and over again to build a high 6 and 7-figure income. How do you connect with people in an environment when trust is low and resistance is high? What are the strategies to win clients without having to be pushy or salesy? And marketing strategies that will literally give you a 20x ROI and that make people want to find referrals for you. You're gonna learn systems that will allow you to position yourself as people's go-to agent without feeling like you're having to harass your friends nonstop.
My name's Philip Nunez. I'm with Keller Williams here in Los Angeles, California. I've been coming to Kevin Ward's events for the last 3 years. I've implemented a lot of his material. It's helped me tremendously. This Vortex is actually really special because most of my business is referral business, and I can say that a lot of it has come because I've structured my business in the way he's suggested that we do. So.
Hey, my name is Emil Ayub. I'm from San Diego, California. This is my 3rd Kevin Ward event. The best thing about Kevin and his training, because I've been in other coaching programs, I've gone to a lot of other real estate training events, and the thing about Kevin is he keeps it real. When you're listening to other trainers and coaches, in the back of your mind, you kind of feel that you're being a little salesy, maybe a little pushy. With him, he understands communication and effective language and really takes those things to the next level so that you can really lower other people's resistance, have more influence, and actually want them to do business with you and to say yes to you. And that's the one thing that I really love about Kevin and his training.
We're gonna master the skills to inspire people to hire you and to only want to work with you without having to use any hard closes. How do you create a step-by-step business model that delivers the best results for every client every single time so that repeat and referral business becomes the norm for you and everybody wants to refer everybody they know to you? And finally, how do you leverage the successes that you're having so that you never have to start over at zero in your business, not knowing where your next deal is coming from? And then through all of that, to build a business and an income that lets you have the lifestyle that you love, the lifestyle that you want. Because no one gets into real estate just to sell a lot of houses. We also got in because we wanted to have a life. And you can have that kind of business, that kind of success that allows you to have the lifestyle that you want, the income that you want, the time control that you want without depending on the latest technology trends in a way that's bulletproof to the changes that happen in the market, changes that are happening in marketing strategies, and changes that happen in economic downturns. You can have that kind of business that will give you that kind of lifestyle and live into your greatness and always expect yes. I'll see you at the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp. Yes!